Hey everyone, we are working on practice sheet 23. So we're going to start by finding the area of the shape, and hopefully you can tell that we have a semicircle or a semicircle, and we want the area. So that means we take out our formula chart and we find the area of a circle. Don't use this. This is circumference. We use this one. Okay, A equals pi r squared. And remember that since this is a semicircle that we need to, at the end, we need to be dividing it by 2. Okay, so whatever we get, you're going to divide it by 2 to take half. Okay, so you're going to do this, but I'm going to remind you when I have this, so I'm going to put pi in here, radius in here, and I square it. So then I come over here, and hopefully everybody remembers this is diameter, okay? In order to use the area formula, I need the radius. So the radius is half of 8. So write down the radius there, and that's what we're going to use right here. So pause the video and solve that problem. Okay, now we're going to do number 2. A business buys stoves for $600 and they mark them up to $810 to sell. What is the percent markup of the stove? So we know if you're a store, we obviously sell things for more than we buy them for to make a profit. Okay, so we are looking for percent markup or percent of increase. I do not have a percent, so I cannot change the percent to a decimal and multiply. So instead, I use my backup method, which is over of equals percent over 100. Okay? So remember, of is original. So they buy it for this. So this is your of. That's the original. Okay? This is the new price. So you need to subtract those two to find the difference. So when I subtract this, this number becomes the is, and then we cross multiply, okay? So the of will be, the percent will be the x, okay? Number 3, I always like these kind of problems because these are very real world problems, okay? Tori earns $13 an hour. Guys, we're $13 per hour and works 40 hours a week. If 22% is taken out for taxes and medical premiums, how much is Tori's net income? So remember, net, we catch whatever's left after the taxes come out. Taxes and any other deductions, okay? So think about it. If you get $13 for every hour and you're working for 40 hours per week, you would multiply that, okay? You can multiply that over here where you have more room if you want, okay? That is going to give you the gross for the week, okay? Then we have to take out 22%. So remember, we change the percent to a decimal and multiply. So I'm going to multiply these two. That will tell me how much is taken out. Okay, so my last step is to subtract. I have to subtract to figure out how much is left for Tori. So we don't want to get lost in this. Figure out how much Tori would make. She doesn't get to keep it all. She has to give up 22% of that for various reasons. We have to figure out what's left. So this is 3 steps to solve this. Okay. Number 4. Y'all are pretty much going to solve this, but I will talk to you a second about this. Okay, when I look at this, first thing I notice is the variable is on the correct side. It's over here. What I do notice is that in front of the 2 is a negative. So that means that symbol is going to flip. Okay, so I want us to make sure we know that. Okay, so we do that first. And most of us know when I first go to the solve, whatever is here, I get rid of minus 7, minus 7. And remember, same, sum, add to the left. So add these and put a negative because it's to the left. And remember, your last step is triangle. Okay? So make sure you know that correct sign. And then here, choose from these based on your graph that you make. Number 6. I'm going to help you with this. This was a star problem. And I'm going to just let you know a couple things. Almost always, guys, it's going to be y equals. Maybe in algebra a couple of times you're solving for x. But we are going to probably do y equals. Now I'm going to check with that on my problem. This says cheddar cheese costs $4.25 per pound, right? Which equation best represents y, the total cost of x pounds of cheddar cheese? Well, generally when we see this, remember this means a number next to a variable. So 425x. But when I go to look, I actually see 2 of these are a number next to a variable. So I want to make sure I choose the right one. Well, this says 425 per pound. Well, what do we know about x? X is what? Pounds. Okay, so hopefully we know, based on that, which one our answer is. Okay, this is a new one, number 7. In the equation, y equals 3x minus 6. What is the value of y when x equals 4? Write your final solution as an ordered pair. Okay, so we've done some graphing, right? We've done some graphing of points. So what we do here is we know x is 4. Guys, all I have to do is plug that in. Y equals 3x minus 6. Well, what does x equal? We've done this before. X equals 4 when we check our work. Okay? So x equals 4. That goes right here. It's x, then y. So x is 4. You solve this. Whatever answer you get, you put that number right there. That will be the ordered pair. Okay? Super easy. Okay. Number 8. Beck went to buy hamburger meat for a cookout. He bought 2.3 pounds of beef. The beef cost $3.50 per pound. Remember, a number next to a variable. Well, that variable is pounds, which would be 2.3. If Beck pays with a $20 bill, how much change will he receive? So, guys, that means we subtract last to figure out how much he gets. But remember, $3.50 per pound. $3.50 per pound. Right? What do I know about the pounds? The pounds are 2.3. So $3.50 times 2.3. We do not line up the decimals when we multiply. So your job is to multiply that. That is going to tell you how much it's going to cost for the beef. Okay? Then subtract from a $20 bill. I'm just going to be nice here and do this so that we don't see any silly mistakes. Okay? On this, number 9, remember, we're going to do Texas. 9 times 7 plus 1. Put that on top. And then remember, we're going to do keep, change, flip. 10, this is a triangle problem. I'm going to let y'all do that alone.